So let's start with proportion question number 1. So proportion question number 1 says show that the numbers 22, 33, 42, 63 are in proportion. So what you have to do to check if they are in proportion is you have to first find the product of their extreme points. Product of the extremes. Now, what are the extreme numbers? 22 and 63. Means the boundary points, or you can say the first and the last in a simple language. They are extremes. Okay. So, what will be the product? Let's multiply 22 into 63 here, right? And that let me solve it in rough. 63 into 22, that will be 2 3s are 6, 2 6 are 12, and 2 3s are 6, 2 6 are 12. This will be 6 6 2 8 2 1 3 1 3 8 6. So we got the product as 1386. This is the product of the first and the last number, right? Now you have to find product of the mean. Mean means middle ones. Product of the mean numbers. So middle number will be here. How much? It will be 33 and 42. So let me multiply 33 with 42 and check if we are getting 1386 or not. So let me solve it here in rough. 33 into 42. So this will be 2 3s are 6, 2 3s are 6, 4 3s are 12, 1, 4 3s are 12 and 1 13. It will be 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 3, 1. So again you are getting 1386. If you are getting the product of extremes equal to the product of means, let me write here. The basic idea of proportion is product of the extremes is equals to the product of the mean. In such case, okay, these numbers are in proportion. So hence they are in proportion. Let's move to our question number 2. Question number 2 says, show that the given numbers are not in proportion. So again, we will repeat what we did in the previous question. We will take the extremes. So let's first find the product of extremes. So product of extremes will be equals to 25 into 6. They are the extreme numbers. Okay. And let's find the product of mean. So product of mean will be equals to 36 into 5. Okay, let me solve this. So it will be 25 into 6. That will be 6 5s are 30, 6 2s are 12 and 3. Oh, 1 second. 12, 6 2s are 12 and 3, 150. So this will become 150 over here. And when you multiply 36 with 5, this will be 5 6 are 30 and 5 3s are 15 and 3 180. So you got 150 and 180 as your product of extremes and product of means. Correct? Now are they equal? No. Since they are not equal, since the products are not equal, hence they are not in proportion. Done. This was our question number 2. Let's move to our question number 3. Question number 3 says, if x is to 18, there are two columns here. You can see here, one is our this column, which is single column. Single column means ratio. And here double column means proportion. So this is a question from proportion. It says x is to 18, proportion with 5 is to 3. Find the value of x. So let me repeat again. Now this, what we will do, we will take the product of extremes. What are the product of extreme? 3 and x. It should be equal to the product of their means. Okay. Now you can solve it like this, or you can also solve it in a traditional method, like x upon 3 will be equals to 18 upon 5. Okay. Sorry, x upon 18 is equals to x upon 18 is equals to 5 upon 3, and then you can solve it. You will get the same way, but we will not follow that one. We will simply follow the product of extremes, because this is our in proportion. So product of extremes that is equal to 3 into x. Okay, 3 into x. And here product of means, let's multiply product of means, that will be equal to 18, okay, into 5. Now these two products should be equal, okay, if they are in proportion. So 3x is equals to 18 into 5. Let's take this x on the right hand side. So it will, sorry, 3 on the right hand side. It will be 18 into 5 whole divided by 3. And that will give you 3 6 and 6 into 5. X will be equal to 30. That is our final answer for this question. Let's move to question number 4. So question number 4 says the first three terms of a proportion is 3, 5 and 25, 21 respectively. Find its fourth term. So first we will write it in a similar fashion. 3 is to 5 and then that is proportion to 21 is to x. 3 is to 5 is in proportion. So here I place the proportion term, that is proportion with 21 is to x. What is x? Our fourth term, we don't know. So we will follow the same one. Product of the extreme is, so product of the extremes, that will be 3 into x. That must be equal to the product of the means, mean terms. So mean terms will be 5 into 21. So when you equate, it will be 3x must be equals to 5 into 21. So this will give us 3x is equals to 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 105. And if I take 3 on the right hand side, it will be 105 over 3. And that will give me 3 threes are 9 and 3 fives are 15. So 35 is the value of our fourth term. Let's move to question number 5. Question number 5 says if 25, 35, x are in continued proportion. Now this is quite different problem. Question says they are in continued proportion. Continued proportion means the middle two terms will be same. Okay, so how do we write this? We write it like this: 25 is to 35 and that is in proportion with 35 is to x. So such cases, okay, be very careful, these two terms are same, they are called as continued proportion. So in these type of questions where you have continued proportion, this you have to know that this and this term, they are same. Okay, now they are asking the value of x. So what you will do, you will again find the product of extremes, product of extremes, that will be 25 into x, and we will find product of mean, product of mean, that will be equals to 35 into 35. Now let's equate both the products, okay, because they are in proportion. So 25 into x is equals to 35 into 35. Let's take the 25 on the right hand side and cancel out to get our simple result 25. So 5 5s are 5 7s are 5 7s are. So 7 into 7, x will be equals to 49. So the answer to this one is 49. The last term is 49. Let's move to question number 6. Question number 6 says find the third proportional to 9 and 12. So like somewhat like continued proportion, third proportional is also similar. How do we write them? We write it like 9 is to 12 and proportionate with 12 is to x. Okay, so we have to find the value of x. So what we will do? We will do again, we will find product of extremes, product of extremes, which is 9x, and next is product of means, product of means, that is 12 into 12. Let's equate both to get the value of our x. That will be 12 into 12 and x will be equals to 12 into 12 whole divided by 9. Let's cancel out 3 3s are 3 4s are 3 3s are 3 4s are. So this will be x equals to 16. So our 16 is the final answer. Let's move to question number 7. Question number 7 says find the mean proportional. Question number 7 says find the mean proportional between 8 and 18. Mean proportional. Now be very careful. What is a mean proportional? Let's see. So that is different from continued proportion or third proportional. Mean proportional will be 8 is to x in proportion with x is to 18. Be very careful. This is called as mean proportional, the middle terms. So what we will do, we will again find the product of extremes, that is 8 into 18, and let's figure out the product of mean. So product of mean will be x into x. So let's put it here, x into x will be equals to 8 into 18. So this will become x square, which is equals to 8 into 8, 8 is 64 and 144 we got when you multiply them. Now if I take 2 on the other side, this power will convert into root. So you will get root of 144. Now root of 144 is nothing but 12. So the correct answer for x is 12. How do we do the root thing? So the best method of finding the root is find the LCM of this. So 2 into this will be 72, 2, 36, 2, 18, 2, 9, 3, 3, 3, 1. So this will be written here as our root under 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Now what we will do, we will make a pair and pair. When you take out, one of them will come out. So out of this pair, 2 comes out. Into out of this pair, another 2 will come out, and out of this pair, 3 will come out. So root of this thing will be this. So 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 3, 12. So this is the way we calculate the root. Let's move to question number 8. So question number 8 says what number must be added to each of these numbers to get these numbers in proportion, or get a new set of numbers which are in proportion. Okay, let me repeat again. The question says what number must be added to each of these numbers 10, 18, 22, 38 to get the numbers which are in proportion. So when you add some number, okay, all of them with that number, new numbers will be formed, and these new numbers will be in proportion. Clear? So I don't know what to add. So let's assume that x must be added. X must be added to these numbers. So when you add, it will be 10 plus x is to 18 plus x proportionate with 22 plus x is to 38 plus x. Again, I am repeating the whole question now. The question says, what should you add to these numbers such that the resultant numbers which you get after adding that number, they are in proportion. So if they are in proportion, so I am adding x. So 10 plus x, 18 plus x, 22 plus x, and 38 plus x. This is the new numbers and they are in proportion. So I have written them in proportion. Again, I am doing the same thing, product of extremes. So product of extreme, I am writing here product of extremes. So product of extremes will be 10 plus x multiplied with 38 plus x. Correct? And next is product of means. Product of means. That will be 18 plus x, 22 plus x. Now let's simplify them. So let's multiply them. It will be 10 plus x multiplied with 38 plus x. On the right hand side, it will be 18 plus x multiplied with 22 plus x. So 10 multiplied. How do we multiply brackets? Let me remind. We will multiply this with this with this. Then x with 38 and x with x. So this is our way of multiplication. Clear? So let's multiply 10 with 38. 380. 10 multiplied with x, 10x. X multiplied with 38, 38x. X multiplied with x, x square. On the right hand side, 18 multiplied with 22. So let me solve it in a rough here. 22 and 18. 2 8s are 16, 2 1s are 2 and 3. 2 8s are 16, 2 1s are 2 and 3. Correct? 6, 9, 3. So when you multiply both, it will be 396. Multiplying 18 with x, it will be 18x. 22 with x, 22x. And x with x finally. So this will be x square. Okay, let me remove this from here. Now, let me rewrite this expression. 380 plus 10x and 38. 10 plus 38, 48x. This x square and this x square gets cancelled. If you don't know how to get cancelled or why they got cancelled, simply take this x square on the right hand side. When you take this x square on the right hand side, it will become negative, right? And x square minus x square will get cancelled. So here we left with 396 plus 18 and 22, 40x. I hope this is clear. Now let's take this 40 on the left hand side. So 48x minus, why minus? Because I'm switching the sides. 396 minus 380. I hope this is clear. Now 48x minus 40, 8x. And 396 minus 380, 16. So we got from here our x value is 16 upon 8, which is 2. So if you add 2 to each of the given number, they will be in proportions. Okay, so let's do it in the rough. Now the remaining part you don't have to do in exams. So 10 plus 2, 12, 18 plus 2, 20, 20 plus 2, 24, 38 plus 2, 40. So 12 upon 20 will be quite neat. They are equal to 24 by 40. Clear? So we will not go into that. This is our final answer. 2 must be added to the given set of numbers. Okay. So let's move to question number 9 in proportion. Question number 9 says, what must be subtracted from each of the numbers? Okay. 23, 40, 57 and 108, so that the remainders are in proportion. Now that's very important, that remainder in the sense when you subtract them, whatever numbers are left. Okay, like if I am subtracting, let's say 10, so 23 minus 10, the remaining part is 10, 13, right? So those remaining numbers are in proportion. So what we will do here, first we'll assume that number be x. Let the number be x. Number be x. Okay, and if the number is x, then what we will do, we will subtract them. So 23 minus x proportion with 40 minus x proportion with 57 minus x is to 108 minus x. We have to find this x. Okay, so again we will find the product of extremes. So I'm directly writing, instead of actually writing 23 minus x multiplying with 108 minus x, and equal to 40 minus x into 57 minus x. Okay, so this left side is our product of extremes and right hand side is product of means, right? So let's multiply that. So it will be 23 into 108. Let me do it in rough. 108 multiplied with 23. 3 8s are 24. 3 1s are 3. 2 8s are 16. 2 1s are 2. So 4 8 4 2. So it will be 2484. Correct? Now 23 multiplied with this x. So this will be minus 23x. Be very careful with the signs. Okay. Minus x multiplied with 108. Minus 108x. Be very, very careful with the signs. Minus x and minus x plus x square. On the right hand side, 40 multiplied with 57. So I can directly multiply 0, 4 sevens are 28, 4 fives are 20, and 2280. Minus 40 with x, 40x, 57 with x minus 57x. Let me remove this, our rough work here. And this will be plus x square. Now we can cancel x square with x square. How we will cancel? Again repeating, take this x square on the right hand side. It will become negative and get cancelled with that. So what we left with here, 2484, 23 and that, 3 and 8, 11, 3, 131x and equals to 2280, 7 and 97x minus 97x. Clear? Now what we have to do, we will take this 97, 131 on the right hand side. So 2484, take 2280 on the left hand side. Now 2280 was positive on the right hand side. So when you take it on the left hand side, it becomes negative. 131x was negative and taking on the right hand side becomes positive. So minus 97x as it is. Now when you subtract these two, what will you get? 4, okay, and 0 and 2, 204. And here 131 minus 97, 11 minus 7, 4, and that 12 minus 9, 334x. So this gives us x is equals to 204 divided by 34. Now some people get confused, sir, how you took x on the right hand side. So you can even write it as 204 upon 34 equals to x, no matter, they both are same. So 204 divided by 34. So what we can say here is we can multiply with 6. 6 fours are 24. Yeah, so that is working. Our value of x is 6. So 204, when you divide with 34, you will get 6. You can cancel with 2, 2 and figure it out. Okay. So this was our proportions.
Watch the complete playlist on the app Pions. Download the app now.